Today, I want to cover the 3 essentials to your content creation. Now, I'm going to introduce you to the 3 cornerstones of all your content creation. These are probably not earth-shattering. They're probably common sense, but maybe help you see things in a new light. You're not going to master any of these overnight, but the more and more and more you do it, the better and better you will become. So let's get at it. Copywriting is the basis for everything. It doesn't matter if you have the greatest lighting setup, the best microphone on the planet, or you can edit video and produce audio in your sleep. If you don't say the right things the right way, you're going to lose your audience. If you're using words for manipulation, condemnation, guilt, shame, embarrassment, coercion, you're just out to make a buck. You're not into building relationships with your customers and your clients. Copywriting is the strategy. How you employ it is the tactic. A quick Google search will show you 1 million different copywriting courses, and each one of them has their own spin on the philosophy, the technique, and the form of copywriting. I think the first acronym for copywriting structure was AIDA, attention, interest, desire, action. And then there's the classic problem, agitate, solve. The 4 Ps. Picture, promise, prove, push. And Ray Edwards has the pastor formula. Donald Miller and StoryBrand has the 7 elements of a story. Bob Stone has the 7-step copywriting formula. Frank Egner, 9-point copywriting formula. David Fry's 12-step foolproof sales letter. And Perry Belcher's 21-part sales letter formula. No matter who you follow, whatever resonates with you, whatever resonates with your customer, which we'll get into later. Some use broad strokes, some break down the details. The strategies are all very similar. The tactics are where they use slight variations. The fact is, you use copywriting for everything. Your website, your blog, your business card, your emails, social media, landing pages, lead magnets, the lead magnet pop-up, the button on the lead magnet pop-up, even podcasting and vlogging is all based on copywriting. Maybe you don't write each and every word in a video or a podcast, but you outlined your topic and you speak using words to convey your ideas. Master the copywriting and you've laid a foundation for everything. No matter how you want to employ it or what you want to crank out for your marketing. Facebook ads with 45 words to a 1-hour podcast. It all boils down to your words. The more effective you are with the words, the better it all will be. Building off your copywriting prowess is video. Some of the top reasons for video in a nutshell are: Google gives special attention to video search results. That always helps when people are looking for you, right? Video is a great platform or format for mobile users. Everybody is watching video on their phones. Depending on how and what you are offering, video is a great way to break it down and truly demonstrate your product or service. People will watch a video if they don't have time or don't want to read a blog. We've become a very visual society. That's a nice way of saying we've become very lazy. It is very easy to share a video too. That is advertising and marketing that you can't buy. On the technical side, since people spend so much time with video, it will boost your conversions. Can you say sales? And ends up as a major contribution to your ROI. Those are just the simple basic elements in video. But the most important one, which I just read about this morning from Marcus Sheridan in his book, They Ask, You Answer, and that is trust. No matter what business you are in, nobody will do business with you if they think you were trying to sell them or manipulate them or put one over on them. Every transaction comes down to trust. Every business is a trust business. Putting you in front of your customer or potential customer is a great step to building that trust. They can see your body language. They can read your eyes. They can feel your emotions and evaluate your facial expressions. It all adds up to trust. And on top of all those reasons, I am a big proponent of doing everything in video, whether you're going to use the video or not. Okay, wherever you start to record it in video. That way, whether you use it or not, you have it for whatever purpose you may dream up. If you create the podcast and want to create a 60-second snippet for marketing purposes, you don't have to scramble for stock footage or take a bunch of stills. You have the action you need to create the video. Plus, it's a great behind-the-scenes look at what you did to create the podcast, which piques your audience's interest even more. Once you have the copy in place, outline, fully written blog article, concept design, get it on video as your first step. After video, your options are endless. If you hadn't heard it yet, you will hear it over and over and over starting now. I unabashedly admit my favorite sandbox to play in is audio. I could easily get off track here and start to talk about the benefits of audio advertising and, like radio commercials or podcast or streaming, songs or storytelling, but I'm going to try and stay on task for you. Okay. At the most basic innate level, we are genetically predisposed to storytelling. It started with cave drawings, but there was a story to go with it. When we read a book, we don't just look at the words, we hear the words in our mind. Certain songs can immediately transport us back in time and stir up emotions, images, feelings. Sound can even make us remember smells. Sound can put us right back in the situation, good or bad, and bring up all the details. The screeching of tires. It sounded like a freight train. Johnny Mathis asked the famous question, "Do you hear what I hear?" And yes, for your confirmation, I am recording this video just before Christmas. Sound is a dominant element in our existence. Alarms, doorbells, car horns, cats purring, babies cooing, music, sounds from nature, from dogs barking to birds chirping. There is more sound around you than you really register. Sounds can convey emotions like happiness, sadness, or fear. Sound can and does influence us more than we realize. And now that you're aware of it, you can use it to your advantage. Now, the three elements to your content creation are one, copywriting, and that's one for a reason. 2, video, and 3, audio. You start with video, and with one click, you can extract the copy of the audio, and voila, you have your podcast with no more work. Upload this new podcast to a transcription service, and boom, within minutes, your audio is now a blog post with no more extra work. I'm all about working smarter, not harder, And that's what AdWise Creative is all about. We're going to get you up and running, copywriting, video, and audio, and cranking out more content than you ever thought you could. And I need you to suspend your own disbelief and imagine yourself scratching out a few notes, stepping in front of the camera, knocking out a week's worth of video, podcast, blog article, social media marketing in just a few hours. But I'm not good at any of this. I'll embarrass myself. I know, I was the same. The good news is, right now, you probably don't have a lot of followers, especially for those channels you haven't even established yet, right? As my friend Bill likes to say, he's the second best kept secret on the internet. I like that line. Now is the time to make your mistakes. Mess up. Don't do a good job. Be boring and just plain terrible. Because right now, nobody's looking. You ever heard the phrase, dance like nobody's watching? Now's your time to dance because nobody is looking. Nobody's watching. Do it. Get the stumbles, the bumbles, the fumbles out of your system, and you can start getting good at it. It's like the Olympics. Nobody just shows up and starts to compete. Those athletes have been training for years. They have been training for years, getting up at the crack of dawn, working all day into the late hours of the night, practicing, doing drills, doing skills, over and over and over again until they are good at it and have their shot at proving to the world that they are the best. Now is your opportunity to start training, start improving, and start nailing it. And you'll be the one to dominate your business world, your industry, your market. Get started now, and we can get you up and running too with AdWise Creative.